Good morning, all. What's up? It is Matt. I am back again. It is a beautiful Sunday. Just wanted to come outside, do a quick video, just enjoy the sun and the beauty in all its splendor. I wanted to do a quick talk about everybody's favorite, everybody's favorite subject in the spiritual community, the empath narcissist relationship and how it's affected, and how, yes, you can be an empath and a narcissist depending on what relationship you're in. So typically, empaths and narcissists are drawn together because the empath always wants to heal, and the empath always wants to uh, get or feel like they're getting something in return, and the narcissist will feign wanting to return something in order to just take. Well, if you turn that around, the idea that the empath and the narcissist all have to be in this little box of this will always be the empath, this will always be the narcissist, it can switch. I've seen it switch. I personally noticed that I can be both an empath and a narcissist depending on what what um, what relationship that I'm in at a given time. And yes, you can take, even as an empath, like you can definitely just take and not give back sometimes. Sometimes it's automatic. Sometimes you get into a relationship or a bond and realize that you are taking, and then realize that maybe it isn't the best relationship. So this whole idea that it is a one-way street where the empath will always give and the empath will always be the empath and the narcissist will always be the narcissist is kind of just a black and white way of looking at it. In reality, there are many different shades of gray in this whole idea. Unless you are in a true empath narcissist relationship, with which is going to be one relationship that is just, one empath, one narcissist. You're always going to be together. You're always going to be in this toxic relationship, and at that point, I don't believe that the empath knows the empath is the empath, and the narcissist doesn't believe or know that the narcissist is truly the narcissist. So at that point, these two people are together, and one is feeding the other, and they're bonded and they're fine. And at that point, it looks like a loving relationship, but it's also very toxic. In other terms, what can truly happen is that the narcissist can be an empath. The narcissist can be a narcissist in one relationship and then go to another relationship and find that they are the empath. This is very, very spiritual, and it's very turnabout, because you're going to get filled up emotionally, spiritually, and uh, physically, I guess, by another person, and then turn around and realize that you are the empath in another relationship where a narcissist is taking from you. As an empath, what is going to happen is that you might just get sick and understand that I've been filling up a narcissist, and I just need to be filled up, or I need to have something reciprocated. Um, and then you disassociate yourself from that narcissist, end up in another relationship where you are in fact the narcissist. You are in fact the one that's taking. Not to say that anything like this is happening on a thought provoking level. Sometimes it happens when you're realizing that you're in a bond with somebody and the roles might be reversed, and you might go for months or days or weeks realizing that this person that you thought you were giving to as an empath, you were really taking from. And it's not saying that anything is really bad. It's not saying that you're trying to hurt somebody in a different way. What it's really trying to say is that things go in cycles. And yes, if you're drained, if you're an empath and you're drained by a narcissist and it's time to cut it off, well, then that narcissist moves away. You become the idea of I can either be an empath or a narcissist depending on what relationship I go in next. And it doesn't have to be a sexual relationship, it doesn't have to be a long term relationship. Uh, for the most part, an empath should always be in a relationship where it is always a two-way street. That does not always happen. And sometimes, if we're at this point where we are so drained by one relationship and we're moving on, we might find ourselves being the narcissist in another empath relationship, because another empath will come along and see you and say, I want to give, I want to feel, I want love from you, I want to be able to understand why you're so down. Meanwhile, you as the original empath are like, I'm dead, I'm done, I am so incredibly destroyed from my past relationship. I will take whatever you have. So then you become the narcissist because this person is now giving you all this energy, all this love, all this feeling, but you're also not feeling the same way, so it doesn't get reciprocated. Again, not saying it's bad, not saying it's detrimental. This is the way of life. So I think that we all look at, again, empath narcissist relationships as here's the empath, here's the narcissist, and it's always going to be that way. We're always going to get hurt, and we're always going to give, and the narcissist is always going to take. It does switch. The only relationships that don't switch are when an empath and a narcissist decide they're going to stay together. And there are points where the empath doesn't understand what's going on. The narcissist doesn't understand what's going on. And the empath is so willing to give that he or she gives to the narcissist, and the narcissist is really good at feigning love or giving crumbs. And at that point, the empath is just like, I'll just keep doing this. I'll keep doing whatever I want because I don't know I'm an empath. I don't know what's truly going on. And there's no other relationships around for me to understand what's truly going on. So this happens for years. This happens for years until the empath either wakes up and says, oh, I've been giving way too much, or the narcissist decides that this relationship isn't serving me and moves on. That is the true empath narcissist relationship where either side doesn't know what they're actually doing. They're just together because it's convenient, because it feels good, or it feels good for the narcissist, and somehow the narcissist keeps the empath in the relationship and the empath doesn't want to go anywhere else. Every other relationship, it does switch. It's going to switch. You're always going to be one or the other. And if you're truly an empath, if you're truly willing to give, you're also willing to receive. And sometimes, again, you're going to receive without giving back. That doesn't mean you're a horrible narcissistic person. It means that you're now going to be on the receiving end of somebody giving you emotion, love, energy, trying to fill up your cup because they see that they want to help you, they want to fix you. If you're not giving back, then you do become the narcissist. You are the one receiving all this energy and be like, I feel so much good and I want more, and I truly, truly want more. You're not being vindictive about it. You're not being the person that's like, I'm going to take as much as you want to give, but you are taking energy and probably not understanding that you need to give back or not willing to give back, either because you don't feel right in the relationship or you don't feel that it should be a two-way street. So, I mean, that's just my take on the whole idea. I'd love to hear your ideas. I'd love to hear what you think. You can totally debate me in the comments. I just think that because we put both these relationships at such opposite ends of the spectrum, a lot of people think that they are one or the other. There is always going to be an empath, and the empath will never be the narcissist, and the narcissist will never be the empath. And it doesn't happen that way because the narcissist, after they're done being a narcissist without even knowing it or having narcissistic tendencies, can always switch and be the empath in another relationship. And the empath, as much as they want to give and as much as they want to heal others, will be able to switch sometimes and be the narcissist in another relationship. Let me know if this resonated. Let me know what your thoughts. Thumbs up and subscribe and leave a comment. I love all of you. I hope you have a really good day. Thank you. Peace.